Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, I am working on another client. In this instance, we are just doing an acrylic overlay. So these are her natural nails. She did not want a tip and is looking to help to grow her nails. She actually has a really good foundation. Her nails are really healthy. She did come in with an acrylic overlay already, so I filed down to her natural nail as nice and as safely as I could, and then prepped her by pushing back her cuticles, cleaning her up with a cuticle bit, and then using a sanding band lightly on her natural nail. So now I'm priming. I went in with my normal Mia Secret primer, dehydrator, and the Young Nails Protein Bond. And then just to give her some more protection to her nails, I am giving her a very thin layer of that clear acrylic. I often do this with people who wear tips, but specifically for this client who is using her natural nails, I think this is even better because she prefers an acrylic overlay, and filing down to the natural nail again and again every 2 to 3 weeks or so might cause issues for her, especially because she wants to grow out her nail. So I think that having this clear layer there that we can just backfill and leave on the nail is important and just good for what the client wants. So this set was fun. It was different. It made me think. There were different ways that I had in mind to do it, and I definitely would do it differently, but I think it came out really good. So I'm starting off with baby powder from iGel Beauty. It was interesting working. First of all, I know that this is not like the best framing. I wasn't paying attention when filming, so sorry guys. But yeah, it was really warm. I had the heat on really high in the room on this day, and for some reason this acrylic was setting so fast, so I wasn't getting the smoothest application with this baby powder white, but it's a gorgeous creamy smooth white from iGel Beauty. I talk about it in a recent haul video, so I will link that for you all to check out. iGel Beauty has that ongoing 60% off sale. I would say take advantage of it. A lot of the dip and dab colors that they offer are really good. There's a few ones that are like weird, but for the most part, I think if you're a new nail tech like me, it's a really good brand to kind of just get your teeth into, stock up on like colors, and to build your acrylic collection at a cheaper price than spending $25 to $30 a pop. So definitely check that out. So I'm going on 3 of her nails with this baby powder white acrylic. And we are actually going to be doing some marble. So she sent me some references of black marble with white lines and white marble with black lines, but we decided to go with the white marble just because her nails were shorter. We thought it would just be a cleaner look. So I'm going on her thumb, her middle finger, and her pinky with solid white nails, and then we're gonna do some fun stuff with her ring finger and pointer finger. I'm also doing my best to make sure that I don't build up a lot of product. I'm using it in a very thin manner. As you can see, her nails are on the shorty side, and they're her natural nails. So I don't want to build up so much with this colored acrylic because I am going to clear cap afterwards, and we do not like the look of short, bulky nails. Like, that's just not it. So I'm just applying for coverage. You see I'm going back in with like wetter beads. They're wet because I don't want to build up structure. I'm just trying to get coverage to cover basically the natural nail. So on her pointer and ring finger, I am going in with Sugar and Cream's Macadamia. It's a good, beautiful nail plate nude color. I talk about nail plate nude colors all the time. And I'm actually giving her a really simple and easy French cut diagonal with this acrylic. So as I was applying it, started pushing it towards the bottom left. I know it's out of frame, I'm sorry, but hopefully you'll be able to see it on this pointer finger a little bit better. So I'm starting with the cuticle bead, and as you can see, I'm guiding the acrylic more towards the left side than the right, because I'm going to use my brush to kind of slice away at the acrylic. Normally you would use or see people using like an X-Acto blade. Sometimes I like to use an extendo tip, just something sharp to kind of slice the acrylic away. But because the nail was so short and I knew that I was going to cover the cut with details later, I just didn't think it was a big deal to have to go in and like file and perfect it. And as you can see, it came out pretty nice. Like, it's not something that you have to you know, go in and file before applying a different, you know, acrylic color. If you can kind of get it done with a sharp brush, kind of like wet your brush and mash it flat on the table, you get like a sharp edge, and you can kind of push the acrylic around that way. Now I'm clear capping the 3 solid white nails with my sugar and cream crystal clear acrylic. So in this part of the video, I'm sorry guys, I'm adding gold foil to the cut of the French and the macadamia colored acrylic that I placed earlier. I just, before starting, shredded up some gold foil, just any gold foil that you can find, and I'm just adding it to that diagonal area. So this is where I, in hindsight, would have done the set differently. I think the set came out really pretty and was, you know, beautiful, and she loved it. But just for the sake of coming out with a more efficient nail, I would have done the marble first, then added the foil, and then encapsulated the design under clear acrylic. I did not do that. I clear capped the nails and then just did it as like a polished design. But then we added foil again, so it gave the nails a little bit more texture than I would have preferred, but I still think they came out great. So like I said, I'm just using tiny wet beads of clear acrylic to adhere this foil to this part of the nail, and I think it's just right now looking like a really simple and clean design. So I'm going in with that same crystal clear acrylic and clear capping the foil underneath the clear. And now it's time to file. So I have my Young Nails dust collector out. There's a lot of gunk on it because I did remove the previous set that she had on before. So that's what that is. And I'm just using a medium grit hand file to basically give her a beautiful square shape on her nails. Remember, these are her natural nails. She doesn't have a tip on. It's just an acrylic overlay. Sorry that I'm out of frame. I'll do better, guys. Like, it's so hard, like when I'm focused on doing a client's nails, like my head is down, I'm not looking up at the camera to be like, oh, is this in frame? Like, can you imagine? I would be so much slower, but I will just try to be more conscious of it. Sometimes I do catch myself and I'll like make an adjustment, but for the most part, like if I'm really into the design, I'm focused. I'm not thinking about is this in frame? But I'll do better because watching this back is like cringe. But yeah, I'm just giving her a nice shape, making sure that the free edge is nice and sharp, especially for shorter nails. There we go, I got the camera together. Especially if it's a shorter nail, you kind of want the shape to just be on point. So now I'm going in and debulking and smoothing the surface of the nail. There isn't much to smooth just because that clear acrylic application is fairly smooth. I like to just let the acrylic run down the nail and kind of pat it where it needs to go. That kind of helps me to give a smooth appearance to the nail, so I'm not really filing down too much. I'm just debulking where necessary. Remember, these are shorty nails and you do not want thick nails. Her nails are natural, and she does have, I was explaining, especially on this finger, she does have a natural curve downwards, like over the free edge with her natural nail. So what I did when applying that's what I was telling her right there. When I was applying the clear acrylic, I built up a little bit more product on the right side where that white edge is on that fingernail. As you can see, it looks a little bit bulky from the side view, but that's because I wanted to kind of adjust the curve of her nail and added more product on top to give it a straighter effect. Otherwise, the nail would be curving over kind of like her free edge. And she was like, okay, I totally understand that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But the rest of the nails were pretty thin and looked good, but that's the only fingernail. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker than the ring finger. Going in with my swipe and a manicure brush just to get rid of the dust. This is what I do if I don't really feel like sending the clients to the bathroom to like wash their hands. I just, you know, brush them that way. Now for the marble, I'm going in with the iGel Beauty Blooming Gel. So this gel is a clear gel, coat, and you apply it to nails, and anything you apply on top it forces the gel polish or whatever color you're adding to kind of spread. So I'm adding it a thin layer to every part of the nail that is white, so to the 3 solid white nails and to the French cut of those half white nails, I guess. And this is where I meant that if I could do this set over, I would have done this underneath the clear acrylic. I would have done the marble first and then encapsulated it. So you do not cure that layer. I'm taking a fine liner brush and some black gel polish, and I'm just drawing wiggly lines across the nail. And you'll see over time that they just kind of spread, like the lines are not solid. I place a line and it kind of just spreads apart. And I just let it sit for a bit. So I'm doing all of the nails at the same time, and then by the time you come back to the nail, it has spread and kind of dispersed the pigment, so it kind of gives that marble look. If you want it to be a darker line, you can actually go back and add more color like I did there. I wanted a darker line, and as you can see, it's kind of spreading a little bit. So this is one way to get the marble look. You could have also used like marble inks, but this way I thought would be different and just give a different type of marble effect. So that's basically what I'm doing. You can see I'm just winging it, wiggling it around, and that blooming gel definitely helps the pigment to kind of spread, so you get more of a natural fade to your marble design. That's basically what I'm doing, and I'm going to be adding that to every part of the white nails that I see. And then once you're happy, you cure, and that's going to lock in your design on that blooming gel. So after that, we decided that we wanted to add gold foil to the rest of the nails. So this is why I was thinking that it would have been better to do this before encapsulating, because these foil pieces were not completely flat to the nail. There was a bit of texture on the nail afterwards. She totally didn't mind, but I minded just because I knew that I could have done it better. So if I ever do this kind of look again, I will definitely do it before encapsulating. But yeah, I'm just adding tiny little pieces of gold foil around the nail. Nothing crazy, there's no rhyme or reason to it, just adding it so that we have a cohesive, ness with the gold foil that we added to the nails before. Then I'm going to use some glossy top coat. I'm going to apply 2 layers, one layer to kind of lock the foil in place, and then a second layer to kind of give it another coat to kind of smooth the surface of the nail. And then I'm going to have her cure for 60 seconds in between both coats, and then that's pretty much it. Here is what the marble set came out looking like. I think the set was really pretty and she really loved it. I love the look of these shorties. I actually went back and made sure that the shape was really nice with that file. It's a really simple set. I would love to see this actually in black. Hopefully you like it. Like if you do, subscribe for more. I'm glad to have you on this channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.